Hey. Okay, we're live. Next round of Tail Tuesday is starting momentarily. Let's get the chat out here. I'm gonna pop out the chat. Please fix my camera. Okay. Alright, next round starting in a moment. Here we go. We're playing a French Candidate Master, and we're underway in Tail Tuesday. What happened here? There, can you see? Okay. G3, a delayed G3. Let me challenge that bishop if I can. Could have also played with B5 even to take away C4. Let's play C5 now. I think with D4 and no C4, just immediately going to G3, it's like a Catalan, but you don't get what you want here. Because if this pawn were on C4, white could be able to play D5 here. Takes maybe an H4, pinning the bishop to grab back the pawn. Alas, they're not getting that here. And I don't think really white has any advantage at all. My center is flexible. Yeah, a number of ways I can play this. Let's play with D5. Well, what do I really want to achieve here? Okay, let's play D5. Yeah, let's challenge that guy. If I go queen takes, there's take F6. I don't even think that's consequential. What are you going to do to my king? I could also go knight takes. But yeah, really unimpressed with the opening choice for white. You should be playing for some sort of advantage, in my opinion. Knight G4, bishop D4. Probably not what you want. Would be nice to defend you. E7. Queen E7 probably the simplest choice. Now we defend you, and DC4 is on the table. I mean, a lot of moves were possible there. Here, anything really. You can never take this to win D5, your rook will hang. So now knight D2. I probably will capture here unless I should play rook D8 first. Or D4. We can keep thinking about D4, whether I want to go D4 or DC4 here. I do have to be careful. If my queen captures here, then what's happening with GF6? What's up, Kai? Rudra? So, for example, I don't like how it keeps moving, but DC4, this takes... Yeah, D4, it trades takes and knight E4. I'm not sure that's number one. Let's just play rook C8 as I think about things. Rook C8 lends itself to maybe trading these pawns. For example, knight C4, B5. If I can make the knight move, then there's bishop F2 winning this. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And it lends itself towards maybe shutting that out with D4. If we trade here and then they target this pawn, what's going to happen though? Maybe queen E4, rook D1. I think this is safe. So they can take F6. I would have to play G takes. So okay, this is the first spicy decision I have taken. Willing to go g takes f6, just on the bet that there's nothing really you can do to my king, given your pieces. And I'm looking to just advance this central pawn mass. So I'm willing to play here a5, probably to just shut this out. Unless I wanted d3. d3 and bishop d4. I think, actually, d3 rook e1. It's interesting. I mean, of course I'm trying to go here. a5 would have just kept the tension. Okay, let's play a5 now. No, you know what? Well, I do need to take it now that this is going to hang. Alright, so I didn't really notice that. And knight e4 could be a problem. No, knight e4 not really a problem if I have queen b7. It's not really the way I wanted to deal with things. I don't think... This was not smart. It was not... It could be smart. Could be smart long term, but it wasn't necessary to do right then. This should be annoying to defend ideally. I need to just get in this move to shut out knight e4. Knight e4 right now, queen b7, f3. So actually, my concern here. Then if I play f5, knight f6. Okay, I think they kind of missed the boat on a good move. Now I'll play here. Knight f3, queen b7, I think is a nasty pin. Then otherwise, I think I just want to bring my other rook here. Maybe rook d6. This seems annoying. I don't have like a pawn, but it seems like hard to untangle. My next move is probably just queen e4, and I'll just hang out there. b4 you can play, and I did allow that now. So I guess we trade, and I play bishop f8, and I reroute simply to this square. Why don't I just do that right now, even unprompted? Yeah, that's fine, because I win this. But I don't think I need to give you that option. Like, takes, bishop g7, rook d8, trade, queen c1, take. Yeah, but then you're just left with this knight, and then my rook can probably cause a lot of havoc there. Say rook d3 in that position. Okay, we're just simply bishop g7 now. My position is really quite beautiful, actually. Yeah, this is brutal for white. This is everything I wanted. Look at this. This is everything I wanted. All your pieces are totally stuck. How do you move anything? How do you move anything? This is brutal. You can't move anything. What, this is all you can do? I'll break through with a4 and rook c2 at some moment. When I feel like it, though. c5, that's an attempt. Certainly one of the attempts. Okay. Rook c4 is coming, actually, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, okay, wait. I don't know how I was supposed to deal with that. Okay, trade. This needs to get defended, and then I'll be free. Still, we've got that. We've got that, and that knight and king are stuck. What we need to do is this. Or I needed a4 included. I want rook b4. Guess I'm gonna go, yeah, rook b5. Interesting. Go for this. Just gonna try to double and win it. Or I can't do that. I need to defend my own pawn. Oh, no. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh my goodness. That's terrible. It's so bad. How'd I run out of time when I was just doing pre-moves? Okay. Ah, sucks. That's such a stupid blunder. That's what chess is, though. You can have a better position. Rook b7. I mean, what a bad move. Ah. I mean, I was debating whether or not I should go here first before stacking. Yeah, it was dumb. That was dumb. No, I mean, we were just so much better out of the opening. This was -1. Oh, I missed this pawn somehow. I don't know how I missed this pawn. That's crazy. Alright, we're still better. Yeah, I mean, that's quite the problem. Okay. Alright, we're playing an FM from Luis Fernandez. What we got? Oh, won't tell me. We go here first. I could take it. I'll take it. I have to defend this. So I'm keeping this pinned. I don't want this d5 resource. So b5, if you root out my bishop here, then it's useful. 1 second. Queen a5. Okay. What's the point? Coming across somehow? Still, I do want to take this. Otherwise, my pieces are generally fine. That's the issue in this line. It's hard to get the good diagonals for both your bishops. I think we've generally achieved that. I could play here c3 if I wanted and like bishop out. Could also play like f4. c3, take b3. I feel like that's maybe the most flexible way to play. I mean, the other option is like king h1 and f4. Yeah. Just play king h1. Play with h3. King h1 maybe wasn't so necessary. If this pawn's just staying here, might have been a waste of a move. But okay, your queen's here. I'm not trading this pawn for you. Your queen is here, awkwardly defending it. So here we go. I keep the knight out of g4 and e3. Okay, I wanted queen e1. I do have to deal with c2. do have to deal with that, don't I? Okay, no worries. We'll play it with F5. Well, actually, wait. What was my plan for this? Did I have one? I don't think I did. I guess my plan is going to be just C4, and we'll just recapture on C3. Yeah, we're going to push C4. Okay, it's a good thing my king's on H1. I think it would have been easier if I just played, like, maybe here and here. Yeah, they achieved this bishop trade. This bishop was actually defending C2 and hence being very helpful. I'll do it myself. Take pawn takes. I think you just closed this. Oh, bishop a3. I calculated that. Why there was no d5. Or else I would have just locked that down with c4 next turn. This feels useful. But yeah, the rook is hanging. Ooh. Oh, are you running out of squares? Almost. Almost out of squares? Not quite out of squares. Okay. Yeah, pawn e5 is not doing the bishop any favors. This is probably what they want. I mean, it's not like the queen is doing anything, but, like, I should trade. They want to coordinate on d2 somehow, right? Alright. No interest in a trade. It's time we make some threats of our own. D4 and 84 I'll play and try to attack F7. But I don't want a knight or bishop to get to F4. That would stop my ideas. This is a good move, actually. I could play it right now, rook A4. It's quite interesting. Was it really dumb? Yeah, what's happening there? I have to go rook e4 and then lose my exchange. It was dumb. e4, e4. I don't know why I got cute like that. Don't know why I got cute like that. Okay. Yeah, what the heck? Want them both. got them both covered. Threatening that. Threatening that. Ugh, just in time. We're fine. We've got them both covered. But that just won the game. I need to take this bishop, don't I? Maybe in a second. There we go. Oof. Okay, we pulled it out. I wasn't not clean, but we did it. Chess.com uses 0.1 every pre-move. Lead chess is 0. I see. Thank you, guys. Okay, we're on the board entitled Tuesday. I had a 0-point buy in the first round because I didn't join fast enough because Proctor needed another update. Can you believe that? Every week it needs to download another update to the Proctor software. It really sucks. So, yeah, I couldn't join by 11 Eastern. But anyway, thank you all. What happened here? So we're winning out of the opening. I mean, H3 is playable, but C3 is good, saying. I think I was really only considering pawn takes C3, but knight C3 was much better. And then, yeah, oh yeah, just taking the whole center like this, it's very pretty. So, I played it with king H1. This was fine. This was apparently not pretty, because it allowed for D5, and I'm overstretched. I guess this doesn't go anywhere. E5. Played with C4, which was not a bad idea at all. Pawn C3. We won this. This was all fine. This was just a disaster. I don't know why. Like, knight E4 was perfectly fine. It was what I calculated, and it's nice. I opened this. Like, now you gotta defend me, and okay, we can just trade everything here and win easily. The bishop is bad. Like, this is easy. Instead, I got cute with, like, this move. I'm like, ooh, how cute. Rook A4. But then this is a disaster. My rook can't stay on the pin. Wow, really uninspiring. Like, truly can't say enough bad things about this opening. Do you want to go pawn takes? You can free your bishop. But pawn takes now, I'll try to play d5 and play against isolated pawn, because this pawn's on c4. Otherwise, you can capture however you want. Knight takes. Could play d5 still. Take something. I'll go here. Okay. I mean, is that supposed to do something to me? What I wanted was, like, when a queen takes happens, to get bishop c5 in one move. Attack this pawn. I don't know, I'm just trying to make something happen here. And now I have queen b8, so my rook's not here. Defending against knight d6. Don't try this at home, kids. Just castle. Don't try it at home. I am a Professional stuntman. How do you want to deal with this? That. Well, okay. Now can I play d5? d5, knight's hanging. Knight b5, queen d7. Can I, like, win a pawn here? Knight b5, queen d7. It's hanging still. Bishop g5, bishop e7. Well, okay, that's not what I wanted. Here, you still can't really take d5, right? I might have helped them free this very bad piece. We'll see, though. Okay, now I need to take on c4, right? And then you play knight b5. What happens if I eat it? Knight e4. Queen a6, and you take this, right? Yeah, maybe that's actually not the best. Okay. Alright, we'll just attack these pawns. But somehow that went okay for them. I thought I would be winning this pawn, and I was not. The thing is, I'd calculated it with this inclusion, and then c1 was hanging more in these lines when the knight moved anywhere. But the bishop was defending when they didn't take it. They delayed taking her. So that was a problem. d5. Knight d5. Yeah, I mean, they've got options here. I'll just try to attack. I think my problem was making this capture. I should have let them capture me. And then c4 would have been hanging just by the rook. Anyway, it's not so bad. Hang on to a7. I mean, my idea is just pretty straightforward. I'm just trying to attack these pawns. Alright, I have to go for this, see what's happening here. We'll trade a bunch of things, presumably, right? I think that's their idea. Do I just include this blindly? It's actually interesting, because now if they take rook d5, they can't do it, because I have queen d5. And then c1 hangs with mate. So they actually might have a problem getting their pawn back, and knight or a6 to go, yeah. Cool. So h4. What did I say I would do? I was so smart to plan ahead, of course. I mean, maybe we just go with that 2 rooks for a queen line. Like, okay, do it. I'll take here, right? I'll take c1, and I'll grab h4. Thank you for the sub. Those look like Chinese characters of some sort. So rook d5, yeah, I think you have to go for this if you're white. I have this move rook c4. Actually, which is maybe more appealing. No, you know why? Actually, it's probably fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. This is interesting. I could have taken it directly and then grabbed h4, but it leaves them with a dangerous pawn. So they can take here, but then queen d5, and I think I should go up the pawn. Knight a7, rook a5. They didn't want that line. I thought I could go up a pawn here. But you're trying to counterattack. I'm trying to... Now rook c2, I can take h4. Rook c5, I can also take h4. I can take a2, h4, a2. Bishop e7 is a good move. Let's grab here first with that hanging. So g3, now bishop e7. Grab f7. Oh, you grabbed that one. Okay. Alright. How do we want to do this? Whoops, that was me hanging. Yeah. Actually still drawn because it's the wrong color. Oh! I could have flagged him. That was... Oh my god. Oh my god. I was up 20-4 on the clock. Why did I do that? No. That was dumb. That was so stupid. That was such an easy flag. That was such an easy flag. Ugh, dumb. Was it ever actually winning, like for real winning, rather than BS winning? I mean, this is tough. This is just 3 versus 2. I probably shouldn't. I probably allowed too much to trade off. That would be a tough win, objectively. Oof, it was a high quality game apparently, in terms of accuracy, 93 to 91. No, so we both played well. I mean, the engine's telling me h5 is an idea. Queen b8, it's interesting. I considered it. I just didn't want to do that to my rook. But queen b8 facilitates bishop d6 with tempo. Okay. Now, this was well played on both our parts. Yeah, taking was a slight error. d5 first was better. So, I realized this. This already became good. Okay, this was correct. Yeah, this was a little crazy of a position. They thought they could get their pawn back, but then I had queen takes c5 and taking here. So they played h4, I include h6, we trade. Again, I got cute. Oh, the problem was the move we both missed. We both really missed this. Rook cd1, and all of a sudden I have to resign. Wait, so like, now you've got a lot of firepower here. Wait, why do I lose? Knight d6. Okay, so the queen can't go to e8, but where's the queen going? It needs to defend this rook. c8 is the same problem. Wow. Rook cd1. Yeah, both of us definitely only considered these two moves. But okay, they took here, which was better than rook takes d7. No, I just should have gone for just this line. Like, this is very good. And then whatever you do here, these are all great moves. Here, a6, bishop h4, or rook c5, whatever you want to do. But, okay, go for this. And now this endgame... This wasn't it. Rook d2? Yeah, the engine says I can't win this. I mean, minus 0.2. Okay. And then we just got in a stupid blitz out. Lost the extra pawn anyway. This was funny. Because here, I've actually trapped the knight. But it's not winning because they found this move. Take, and now my only pawn is actually the wrong color and a rook pawn. This bishop needs to be a light square bishop, and then it would be winning. Because what you can imagine, let's say I didn't stalemate them. there's no way to make progress here. This bishop is not helpful. You can't get the king out of h1, right? Like here, it's just stalemate. So you can't get the king out of h1 unless it were a light square bishop. So that's only for rook pawns. It's not for any colored pawn. Obviously, this this can work if it's, let's say, a bishop pawn, and you play f2, then you have to drive, then king's in zugzwang, and king e2, king g2, and you win. But, yeah, it was actually the wrong color. So it was objectively a draw anyway. Yeah, so if you're on, if you want the horizontal one, like you're on your TV or your computer, then go to Twitch. If you want the vertical one, like you're on your phone, go to YouTube. They're both linked in the descriptions. Twitch.tv/wgrafe or youtube.com/@gambitman. In YouTube Studio, I think you can do both wide and mobile version view at the same time. I'll have to check that out. If that's really true, I'll do that for my next stream. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Someone wrote Luigi Mangione, 3 question marks. Yeah, it is me, actually. It is me. It is I remember in those first photos. Here, wait. Does it let me? On Proctor, I can't open tabs that aren't chess.com. I can't just go like new tab. Proctor is just for chess.com. But I was going to say, I remember when those first photos came out, before, like when he was in the taxi, and it was just like from like here down. It's a new feature. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I mean, not the hottest start to Title Tuesday for William, 1.5 out of 3. Next round will start soon. What's been going on in the World Cup? I've seen a lot of upsets. This past weekend, it was like in the 60s Fahrenheit. I don't know what that means in Celsius, but which is just crazy. It was my birthday 6 days ago. And I remember my birthday as a kid growing up, it was cold. Finally, it's cold now. It'll be a long winter, no baseball. Chess.com has these long breaks after rounds 4 and 8. If you ask me, not really necessary. Oh. Alright, here we go. Next round of Title Tuesday. Playing an Iranian CM? Yeah. Here we go. Let's get a Goring Gambit. Oh, yeah, it declined? I have new Gambit glasses to try, if we get this accepted. D3 is interesting. Okay, how can I stop these from being the next 2 moves? I think this is annoying. Just generally throw it in your face. So bishop e7 is not easy to play. Now there's pressure here. Also, if you go do something really inconvenient to defend here, I can pick off this pawn pretty easily. So yeah, this is the Goring Gambit. My opponent not wanting to take on c3 and accept it. Queen d5 challenges me to play rook e1. Let's just play c4 though, because you can't take my knight owing to rook e1. And it's just kind of like, where are you going? I guess, no, let's do it. Well, actually, okay. I didn't really see that. I didn't really see that, if I'm being honest. C3, bishop f5. Take. F3. Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay, they went with the pawn, but then check here, rook e4. Gh5, rook e5. I could just play like that. Yeah. This is pinned. Could also do something funky. Let's just be normal. Okay. Weird sort of position, but we'll have this endgame. Their pawn structure is a disaster. They are up one pawn by count. Oh, wait, what? How did this move completely evade me? Why did this not even cross my mind? Am I just down a rook? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What? Why did that not even cross my mind? Why, like, it's like I thought it was check. Or I don't even know. It didn't even cross my mind. Not good. Not good, you guys. Yeah, not good. No, I'm just down a rook. That was really bad. Oh well. Really? Bishop e6? Doesn't that give me something? Wait, why did you go bishop e6 and not queen e6? Okay. Yeah, oh, I guess you have queen d5 now that you took the knight. Okay. True. True. Or that even. Give me mate, please. I would have resigned if queen d5 was played, actually. This deals with everything, right? Or that. Okay. That was maybe the worst game I've ever played. Maybe the worst game I've ever played. Ugh. I'm hot in here. Heat's on high. I'll be right back, you guys. Right back in a minute. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, this was just a disaster. I mean, my opponent did everything right. 96 accuracy. This move, D3. I mean, I don't know why I thought that there was no 84. Yeah, just Rook E1. They should play something like Bishop E6. And then maybe C4 can bother them. At minimum, I'm taking this pawn back, and you have some difficulty castling. Getting your pieces out. I mean, this is... I missed more stuff, but that wasn't why I lost. Like here, yeah, they just had Queen E4. So it wasn't like I had anything here. I'm actually losing completely. Let's even say F3. Go check. Because the problem is, you're not actually pinned, right? You have things like Knight F2. So, yeah, Bishop E3. Castle. D2 is nasty. Castles. No, they're good. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully, we will have a better game next time. Chess is hard. Why do we subject ourselves to this? I had a bad loss today, and I'm like, why is this my hobby? Well, do you like chess, or do you just like winning at chess? Right? There's always going to be someone better than you, no matter how good you are. No matter how good you are. And so, it's nice to have a goal, and it's nice to push yourself, but it's like, are you ever going to be in a situation where you just won't lose? No. What are you doing? It's good to have a goal. It's good to be addictive, and we like competing. But it's also just a great hobby to have because it helps. It teaches creative and cognitive thinking and boosts all those skills. You know, go back through. Hey, everything else in life seems easy by comparison. Because it is easy by comparison. There is nothing harder than this game. So, you just love chess. Like, you can appreciate when someone just plays better than you. Like, my opponent here just played much better than me. They found a lot of great resources. And I was like, yeah, kudos to them. And, you know, you appreciate the artistic aspect of the game. You appreciate the sport aspect of the game. The scientific aspect of the game, of, like, studying it. Trying to create new opening innovations. New ideas. So that's my favorite part. So hopefully you love chess, and hopefully it does a lot of great things for you, even if you're not the world champion. Because even for me, there's people better than me. You do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and both are like that. Yeah, that's also something with an infinite skill gap, right? That's also something with an infinite skill gap. But that also teaches you, like, great discipline and great skills and being a tactician. Can we play? If we get paired in the next round of Title Tuesday, then we can play. F3. Next round until Tuesday. Okay. We got a Maroxy. Oh. Queen takes. I almost hung my rook. Did not expect a queen takes. Did not expect it. I guess their idea is queen d2 when hit. Yeah, I didn't even play knight c6. They did it themselves. But here I actually have knight e4. If they play b3, I have knight e4. So, okay, they play with g3 and b3, presumably? I guess this gets nowhere, but I would love to do it. I'm just curious, if I do actually have an 84, then how are you protecting this pawn? Like, if I actually have this move... Aha! I've called you out. You have to do something weird. Mwahaha. Okay. Let me put my bishop here. Or maybe even here. Play b3, bro. Ah. You really have to do something weird. You had a lot of trouble with that one. Didn't ya? What if I do here? Anyway? Do this anyway? Because this knight was maybe going to bother me. And now go back. And now you don't get b3 still. Cool. Oh! Aha! I'm a genius. We've got him. Oh, almost. Okay. We're brainstorming. Okay. The storm is done. Get your umbrellas out, because that's when I brainstorm. Boom. Boom. Aha. Bishop h1 would be a move. Trying to go rook d2 and queen g2. Bishop h1, actually, well, you would play f3, right? And then I'm just kind of trapped in there a little bit. If I go here, rook e1, and then, I mean, that's like a really interesting move. Okay, this is like a black to play and win kind of situation, isn't it? I mean, I could just like be a normal person and just enjoy my much better position, but I don't want to do that. Bishop g2. Leave bishop f3. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I should just be normal. I should just be normal. Let's go here. This is also good because, like, these are your only spots, and then I play knight c5. So f3. I spent way too much time on that move. Yeah, let's just complete our development. Also, maybe, like, the knight actually would have been quite useful coming this direction. Okay, we could take it. Oh, bishop g2 now, right? This is actually interesting. Knight b4, knight e4, knight c2. Your queen is trapped. Isn't that crazy? Got a lot of good options here. Isn't that crazy? You can go queen d1. No, you can't. Yeah, your queen's trapped here. Bishop's covering c3, and then that's about it. This was actually a really, really well played game, somehow. I mean, it's still going. You gotta create a square, maybe? f3, knight c2. Oh, okay, you just give your queen because you just had enough. But you don't get enough for your queen here. Should I just back up? Could just back up. Knight e1, knight d5, knight c2. That's also good. Oh, back up. No, it doesn't actually create anything. Oh, bishop a6. Did I miss this? And then queen e2. But then I would trade and grab on a1, and we're up an exchange. Oh, they didn't even do it. Okay. Should I take and then take e4? No reason why not. Okay, now just not a lot of time. For a change, we're down on time. I just thought maybe just this one game, let's be down on time. Just this once. play e5. Let's take away this. That's what they wanted. Bishop d4 and then set something up. Otherwise, let's just attack. They're threatening bishop g5. So let's get out the way. Oh, and queen and bishop g2. So we really need to get out the way. Oh my god, I have 27 seconds with no increment. What the heck? Double, get to g1. Wait, this is going to be really hard. Something's hanging here. Stuck? Oh, almost. Yeah, stuck. Let's go. Let's go. Dudes, from this position, we spent not much time at all. We spent not... Wait. I just want to see something. So, from this position, when I had down 309 to 27 on move 24. So move 24, I had 27 seconds. And then the game ends on move... I make the next 22 moves in 12 seconds. In less than 12 seconds. And I went... We go the next 22 moves here. Look at this. Look at the clocks. Here, 309 to 27. 22 moves later, here, I've taken all his pieces. In 12 seconds on my clock. That was good. Wait, and that was actually a high quality game. Let's look at the actual chess, rather than just the blitz outs. So, okay, let's look at... This was actually a good game of chess. It's interesting, because earlier in the tournament, I played like an awful game of chess, and so that was just a couple rounds ago. Alright, c5, g6, d4, and I didn't really see this coming. I kind of thought we'd be like transposing to a Sicilian here with e4, like a Maroczy bind, and I was going to let them do that. But he plays queen takes d4, which I guess is a line. Knight f6. I think what you need to do if you're white here is get this diagonal ASAP. No, okay, maybe not. Here, here. I don't know. They need to get this in, but somehow knight e4 comes too quickly for them. So I don't really know what they're supposed to do. Maybe you need bishop d3, and then you could play this. Let's say castles, because this was the game, right? So the queen comes back to d2. So the bishop needs to come to b2 somehow, but they had a huge trouble doing that. I think, yeah, e4, let's say d6, bishop. It's not even a good idea somehow. Okay, I don't know what they were supposed to do, but they played g3. And here, right, so I'm looking at their position, and I'm like, there's a lot they need to achieve. They need a castle, then they need b3, bishop b2. And if they do that, then they could have a great grip on the center. They could have two really nice bishops down both these diagonals and control the whole middle of the board, right? But I'm like, you're not going to I'm not going to let you do that, right? I'm realizing you can't play b3, this move you need in your position to defend your pawn here, because of this resource knight e4. So then if you take it, I will take your rook, right, at knight e4, otherwise hitting both of these guys. And so I'm like, okay, this pawn's hanging. Let me play queen c7, which is the best move here, and causes huge problems defending here if you don't have b3. Okay, let's analyze that later. Let's analyze that later, because the next game's starting. Alright, CM from Italy. Wait, Mexico? Yeah, yeah. I knew that. Oh, Goring Gambit? Goring Gambit on the board? Chat, we're going to switch it up. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to put on some different Gambit glasses. We're going to put on these bad boys. We're going to put on these bad boys. This is going to be the Gambit glasses for this game. Just trying to switch it up. Gambit glasses on. Alright, we attacked here and here. What's up? What's up? It takes rook b8. Well, it looks like b2 hangs, so maybe I need to grab this. Or do I play knight g5? Alright, let's just take on c3. I'll let you castle long. And we'll be down a pawn and attack. Oh, you're still trying to go this way. Okay, so if I take here, then we're equal on pawns. Do I strike with this? Or do I play knight g5? What are you doing on knight g5? Maybe here. Should I come in? e5, take. Y'all dig the new Gambit glasses? Let's play knight g5. I don't know. It seems bothersome. I'm not really sure what you're doing. e5, I'm trying to cause some sort of issue here. Knight d8. I think we were successful in causing an issue. Okay, e5 takes, rook d1. I think you have bishop d6. I'm just trying to not let these be your next two moves, right? So if I go rook d1 and you play bishop e7 and then I play e5. Or if I play knight b5 and then I take... No, that's not a good idea. So f4, bishop e7, maybe f5. I think f4 is a good idea. I think f4 is the move, chat. e5 also seems appealing. f4, h6. Knight back, bishop e5 takes... Yeah, let's do this. h6, e5. Take, take. Take. I think... Well, here, bishop e7. Then e5. Okay, let's go for it. Let's just blow open this king. If I blow open this side of the board, then your knight's on d8 and it's going to be hard for you to castle on. So my other option was just knight f3 back. But I don't know, the power of these epic Gambit glasses, guys. The power of these. You know that one episode of SpongeBob? These were actually a gift from a fan. These were a gift. A fan sent these to me. Okay, wait, let's throw in 84 here. If you guys want to send me interesting Gambit glasses, you can. And I'll wear them. Gambit on GCRU, baby. First game with the epic pink glasses. Okay, wait, am I down a pawn? I'm down 2 pawns. That's not enough. Let's get in there. Let's get in there, right? Ah. Allow, okay. Queen c3. e5. No, wait, let's just go check. Let's just go check. Okay. This is still having a hard time moving. we slipped. Is this pawn worth 3 pawns? If that pawn is worth 3 pawns, then I'm not down any pawns. Oh no, I'm only down 1. I'm only down 1. Okay, interesting position. Because black is solid. However, I have the power of the pink Gambit glasses. The Patrick Gambit glasses. You need to defend b7 to move your knight to get out of here. I feel like we've traded a lot. I think... Well, if you move c5, right, to try to free the knight to defend, then I'll just be like, okay, I'll attack d6. Like, I'll give you... I'll take whatever you give me. I'll come here to attack here. It's kind of interesting. I'm just trying to throw everything at your king. I didn't really need to sacrifice a pawn there once I got it back. I think just like knight f3 going for here, but this was fun. Not obvious what to do if you're black. Where does your king go? Maybe you can stay in the middle. But then your knight's just stuck here, right? It's defending 2 very important points. And it's just stuck. And I'll just kind of like move and move. And you'll have to defend something, right? Easy for me to play. I don't have any issues. You can make 1 threat. That's it. If you could castle, then you'd be up a pawn and more. I just. These are a great gift from a fan. It was for my birthday 6 days ago. My phone is spending a lot of time. It's not so easy. I don't know what to do. I'm sure the engine would say black is better. Probably just b6, honestly. And then the knight's free. But then I'll be like, I don't know. I'll take whatever you give me. Can I get to g3? Okay, you want to hit here. Let me play here and just rook c1. So knight f7. Oh, you want queen b6 check, of course. You want queen b6 check, of course. You know what I'll do? This is interesting, actually. Knight f7, queen g7? Feels counterintuitive. Feels counterintuitive because, like, it just set up a really nice hit on e6. But knight f7, then I come here. Then you can't castle for a whole different reason. Okay, they just come back to shield that. Now knight f7 is what they want. I mean, are we just gonna repeat moves? No. Okay, let's come here to attack b7. Okay, wait, let's also pick up the pace. I forgot you could do that. Okay, let's throw something at you. Let's throw something at you. Let me take a7. They really wanted the queens off. Yep. They were desperate to get them off. Is this? No, it's not working. Oh, I meant g4. Oh, damn. Darn. This one I felt like I let slip away. Because they were really uncomfortable here. You could tell how uncomfortable they were. That was just not good time management on my part. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, I mean, this was just... I spent a lot of time here. Should have just gone for it. What did we have here? The best move was playing with rook d1. d1 here. Just wanted me to take this pawn, though, which is kind of lame. Kind of lame. This was fun. Knight d8 was the best move. Should have just done this. So here they were actually... Yeah, queen c6. Honestly, a good move. I don't know why I gave a question mark. It's the third best move in the position, and it's not easy to do that. Top move was actually this. That was the top play. King's actually safe on f7, and the rooks actually start looking good. But that's not really obvious. I guess I should have taken the draw. I didn't. I could have gone back to this position. Okay, okay. Damn. Next game, WFM from India, entitled Tuesday. Nothing happened to the Gambit glasses. We just sometimes put on different ones. Nothing happened. Nothing actually happened. Let's play c3. Let's play pawn c3. Let's play an Alapin. Okay. Can we get a Yan Gambit on the board? Yes! Yan Gambit. Ooh. They played e5. Asking me to just take it. That's playable, and it's an... I know that's actually like a pretty nice endgame. But I really wanted to be Gambitful this game. Play queen c2 and bishop d3. I'm not sure I actually have anything for the pawn. I know like takes, king takes d1. The king will come nicely to c2. Should we actually play like an endgame? I think we should. I think we actually should be doing that. All right. Let's see if we can win this endgame just because of that matchup. Just owing to that matchup. Just so we have a nice, pretty little structure here. Okay, they're trying to play b5. Let's play knight c4 before that can happen. Trying to bring our knight into b6. And actually, let's take this opportunity. As pretty as this knight is, and I like a4 here, I like the knight maneuver, but as pretty as it is, let's get rid of this bishop. And it actually begs the question, before I even take the bishop, should I actually play bishop c4? Bishop e6, and even just kind of hang out. No, you know what? Let's take it. Let's take it, and everything should come into actually some very nice squares here. So a4, make sure b5 isn't coming. King on c2 is beautiful. Look at this pawn on c3, limiting their knight. And king comes to c2, bishop comes to c4 and e3. The structure is actually really pretty for me. So the question is what to do next, and specifically what to do with this knight, which is actually pretty far away from a good square. Let's start its journey. So it should actually really be coming here, of all places. So let's bring it to g3, because that induces a g6. Okay, I played knight a5. I did want to bring this. Alright, let's play knight g3. It induces g6. I don't really want to deal with pawn c4, so what I'm actually going to play here is pawn b3. c4, I have b4 in that position. So they don't want to do that. They play h6. Let's now... What I wanted to do is like knight f1. Knight f1 type of maneuvers. This is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, but it's not what we want in the position. Let's just play a very simple... Yeah, let's just play, like, rook b1. Honestly, the position's pretty chill right now. Shouldn't be a lot of issues. I didn't want knight b3 happening there. So I'm bringing this knight now to the e3 square, and finally it's achieving its top post. We've really restricted, I think, a lot of our opponent's ideas. The next step of this plan, look at these pawns controlling all the important squares. Right, there's really no invasion here that they can do. Bishop g5, this is annoying. And honestly, I think they should go back. Because if you play h3, there's no reason I shouldn't just take the pawn and then just bring it to h4. Just hang out with my extra pawns. So yeah, they go there. This is a threat. This is a direct threat. Knight d5 check. This is the beautiful square. Knight wants to be encased by its pawns like so. And b4 would be winning material. Let's play h3. Can I not to take away your h3 resource? Or first, let's go here. Threatening to win something. So, okay, they do that. This is a good move. Well, if I had b4 now, I would be winning directly. I'm almost winning directly. Let's play knight c4. Bishop takes c4 is actually checkmate. That's why I was saying b4 is winning directly if it weren't for that pin. So they had really nothing to advance their position and allowed me to maneuver and find some good squares. And I think I might just be winning here. I was going to say, like I'm going to try and take this pawn and slowly build my position. But they had nothing to advance their position. My pieces, you know, they were on the back rank and kind of looking for squares. But I had the time to, like, make these maneuveries, small moves, because my pawn structure was beautiful. They had nothing to come get me. And so I had the time to do that, which was critical. Now, knight c6, knight b6 I play, and my bishop just comes right to c4. Yeah, the knight on c6 is completely restricted here. This structure restricted b5 and c4, their breakthroughs that they were looking for. And so I had the time, like, this knight came all the way to c4, which was not a quick journey. Knight e2, knight g3, I had to play bishop e2, which wasn't really that useful a move other than to play knight f1, knight e3. I had the time to do it. They had nothing to do. No way to hit me, which is the first thing I had to consider. I had to consider their ideas before launching my nice maneuveries. Gambit man became endgame maneuvery man. And suddenly all the pieces have found their ideal posts. They had to go here, and then they had to just go back. Because their pawns were on dark squares, and I got that light square bishop, and then they just didn't really control the right squares in the position. This was just restricted. It was just redundant. And now, right, like I said, I liked this knight that took their light square bishop, but I had another knight. And now this light square bishop is going to find its post. And I think that's just GG. This like I said, it's literally checkmate. It's literally checkmate. And now, I mean, yeah, knight b6 is just the move. You come in here. Right, so they had to do that. Right, so b4 and takes is the ideal thing. Okay, we're just going to take it here. f4, trying for bishop g4 is not the best. Let's just take this, and we'll just be up a lot of material. Yeah, so the king on c2 is good. Like, it was out of the way, but obviously it could be more out of the way, because b4 would have given me bishop c4. And we'll just win. We'll just win like this. f4. Let's just stop being delusional. Play g3. Keep you out of the square. Again, I'm just trying to take away all of my opponent's ideas. Here, let's play f4 now. Hitting the knight. And yummy, yummy, yummy. And we'll take this knight as well, because it looks good. Looks like a good piece. Yeah, b4 would have been useful, actually, kind of a number of times here. g4... Yeah, that's a good move. And if 2, I'd take with check. Otherwise, king e5, I take this. F2. Somewhere. King takes, then I just pin and trade. Or check and other rook. So that knight of 2, rook e1, rook f1 probably. Oh, they can actually go, no, they can't really go knight takes b3. So yeah, just gotta be careful about knights hopping around. Rook e6. I don't have rook e6. Rook e3 then. Oh my god. Did say to be careful. Let's check. Oh. No, why did I allow that? Don't really know what's up here. Just really stupid. Okay. Not my best tournament. I'm just gonna flag, even though this is actually a draw. Really not my best work. I mean, that was just not it. Oh my goodness. Sucks. That's what chess is. Sometimes you just outplay them, but hang that. Tough. Sometimes you just hang that. This has not been William's best titled Tuesday. Oh well. I did want to analyze this game. Okay. Okay. So knight f3, c5. It was an English transposition. They played queen takes d4. I think, where was I in the analysis here? So yeah, we were in this position here after g3. Thank you for the sub, Monsu Light. And yeah, so we notice here they can't really play b3 because of this resource in 84, right? Which, you know, if you take it, I take on a1. So it allows me to play queen c7 and asking the very serious question, how to attack c4, right? Like, I could just go la-di-da-di-da, but then, you know, they'd fix their problems and eventually figure out a way to play b3 and get their pieces out and really control the whole middle of the board. But this is a great opportunity to strike. You notice something unprotected. You notice they don't have b3 at this moment. I castled, you haven't, right? You just want to castle quickly and then think about how to strike. And because of that, it allows for this interesting move, queen c7. So attacking c4 and asking a very serious question how to defend it. And there's no easy answer. The engine's recommending this queen f4 move, but I just played d6, dodging the queen trade. Then maybe I can attack that queen. Seems a little loose as a method of defense against c4, because it still doesn't really allow for b3 because of these problems. But they play here e3. So now I've gotten them to play g3 and e3. Probably in this position, if you're white, yeah, the bishop needs to just develop this way because it needs to defend c4 if you don't have b3. So queen c7, they play here e3, and now I'm like, okay, what am I doing with this bishop? Well, obviously, it should go here. Obviously, it should go here. You play g3, and your king's going in that direction. That seems like it's going to be a problem for you. So b6 makes a lot of sense here. They're playing now rook to b1 to try and fix this problem with b3, to put their bishop on g2. And I'm like, no, okay, I play bishop b7. Your bishop can't go to g2 and b3. If they can get in both of these moves at once, yeah, they probably fix their problems. Alas, they can't. Bishop b7, and you only have one light square bishop, and it's got a lot to do. You've got a lot of dark square pawns here. Bishop needs to cover that whole king side. And also, by the way, I'm still attacking c4. So they play here bishop e2, and now I'm like, okay, you want b3. This knight's also not doing anything. In general, the knight that's blocking the bishop is kind of annoying. Not doing anything. I'm like, what a perfect opportunity to just play knight e4. Quick and easy move. We trade, and it's a tempo on the rook. You don't even have bishop d3 because that's hanging because your pawn's on g3, not defending your knight. So you have to go back rook a1 after all that. And when I played knight e4, I didn't even see that this next move, queen b7. I didn't even see this next move, queen b7, but it works out beautifully. But look at the bishops here, pointing at this rook. I saw this position. I realized you still can't go b3, and you're just not getting anything you wanted. So queen b7, and now you got to go back queen d1 just to keep hanging on to things. And so what's the next logical step? Well, the next logical step is to look at your next pieces and see how can we open things up. So I'm done attacking c4. So why don't we just trade off for that pawn and open things up for my rook? Let's just point right at that queen here. Was there something even better? Knight a6 was even better. Okay, I mean, rook takes d5, very logical. And well, bishop d2, I think, yeah, lost something immediately, right? Well, I would just take b2, and the rook would be trapped. The rook would be trapped because these bishops are just so good, pointing at the whole middle of the board. Okay, knight d2. Again, if you do nothing here, white could probably figure it out, like maybe play f3, drive you away, somehow get their pieces out here. And it's always good to like look at knockout blows, like bishop h1, threatening rook takes d2 and queen g2, but they do just have this one move, f3, cutting coordination here, and you're not going to achieve your dreams. But okay, that's not there, no worries. Let's just play a logical developing move, like knight to a6, which is honestly fine. Knight to d7 a little bit better, but honestly, knight to a6 was fine. This was the best move. But just continue to develop, continue to bring out your pieces, right? So I just castled and then just caused problems in my opponent's position. That's all that's been happening here. Queen e1, and now we found this very good move here. If you were to just play bishop d3 or bishop c2, just hang on to your bishop, you're still much, much better in this position. White is just so cramped. They've had to just do nothing but respond to my threats all game. But here, knight to b4. I got a brilliant for knight to b4. They took my bishop and knight to c2. It's hard to recommend something here for white. Let's say bishop d1 to take away this option, but bishop d3, you're at minimum losing an exchange, and I'll just continue to pile up. All my pieces are great. All of your pieces are the opposite, so it's just a tough situation. I kind of understand here why you want to give your queen knight to c3 here. I actually just play away rook to d8, not even giving you the rook for that. You could throw in something like bishop to a6 or bishop to f3, but yeah, I just take it here, and you don't really have anything. My knight gets out easily, rooks to c8, and this is an exchange and more. This is or full rook, a full rook. Okay, e4, I take the queen, and this was kind of interesting. So I grabbed that pawn, why not? This was, and then this part in the game here, where I suddenly realized that I was low on time. I was trying to keep away bishop to d4, but the bishops are annoying. They can defend a lot of squares, so it's not so easy how to break through. What I do here is first I try to arrange like rook to d1, they take that away, and then when everything's defended in their position, the next thing I'm looking for is, okay, let's just go for their king. Let's just play f5, and okay, save my rook, and let's just play f4, and let's just open things up. Okay, like they can control this file, right? The bishops were covering every square on this file, and they were covering c4. What can I do next? Well, let me open the file onto your king. Let me open it onto your king, and that's exactly what happened here. I took, and also c4 hung, by the way, which led to a lot of things hanging, so, you know, I ate that. And then this pretty little tactic here of takes and take, and queen c6, trading here, and just noticing the pattern of this rook is now completely stuck. The king can't move to undo the pin. You take it, and I have queen g4 check winning that. So h5 was all I needed to keep you completely stuck, and actually you're just out of moves here, so you will lose your rook. You have to move your king somewhere, and I will take your rook. So that's actually what ended up happening in the game here. So a nice one here. And this is how you want to play chess, right? So your opponent does something kind of sketchy in the opening, right? So first of all, in the opening, just castle your king. Move 6, I've already gotten my king castled. Get your king out of there. And then once you castle your king, you can look to take advantage if your opponent's like a few moves from castling, right? What can we attack in the position to cause them problems? And it was just easy moves, just improving all my pieces that got them. Okay. Subscribe if I put this game on YouTube. This was a nice one. Next round of Tail Tuesday. Whoa. My opponent gambiting against me. I like their profile picture. Okay, I don't really have a choice. I feel like I don't really have a choice. What if I do this? D5? I feel like any of these moves are fine. Alright, let's play D5. I defend the knight. What's up here? I thought I was the Gambit man. I thought I was the Gambit man. Alright, let's play g6. G6 isn't really what I want in the position, but my knight needs to come back here. My knight needs to come back to h6. And then it will come to f5. It'll be really pretty on f5, because I took the g-pawn. That's actually the most important pawn. Nobody can touch you. Did I make Anna cry? Wait, I still haven't actually seen her reaction to that game. She played really well. And I was saying that during the stream. She played really well. I mean, she had me. That was a while ago. What was her reaction? Alright, this knight needs to come to f5. Out of curiosity, what was her reaction? I don't know. Let's go knight c6, maybe? Can I just attack d4? I mean, this is going to be quite the change. I think c5, honestly, is a good move. c5? Yeah, c5, like, let's just blow it up on their king, right? This knight is really solid. Anna posted a video today of her crying after losing a winning position. Was it the game against me? Aww. I mean, it's chess, though. But I feel badly. If you check out my YouTube video, what I posted from my point of view, I was very complimentary of her. I was like, you know, if you played better, like, if you had a winning position, and, what was I gonna say? Give me a second. If you had a winning position and were up on time when we started blitzing out, then you played better, right? Yeah, these complications should not end well. But no, she got me with some sort of trick against the Banco Gambit. She actually gambited against me. I actually ended up 2 pawns instead of down 1, and then you know, she got me with some tricks. She got me with some tricks. I think this can't really be so great for my opponent. I don't really know what's happening here, but like my pieces seem pretty good, and I'm up a pawn. It's what I call the opposite of compensation. I want, like, check in 83, but my queen's hanging. But those are the Delulu things I think about here. Take it. Knight c2. She posted a video of her crying. Alright, let's just go... what should I do? Let's go here. Yeah. That's good. Then I have queen b4, which seems annoying. Also, I'm trying to get here. Can I play c4? And then knight c2. Let's check bishop d7. I mean, yeah, my pieces are just on some nice squares here. And I'm up a pawn, yeah? c4. But this is also just good. Because if queen d2... Let's say knight e3, queen b4... Knight g2, king here, takes, and then I'm winning. Check bishop d7. So... yeah, I do think queen b4 is quite effective. Queen b4, queen d2. e3, maybe here's c4. C4? Is c4 a crazy thing to do? Does it actually, like... Obviously, my idea is obvious, but... My problem is I can't use you, because e6 there's d6. I should have just maybe castled. Okay. What do we want here? Just bishop takes is fine. Both captures were interesting. H takes. H takes was maybe a good idea, actually. I didn't really consider the usefulness of that pawn. Oh. No. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Also hope I don't lose b7. Yeah, we're forking, actually. Oh, really? B8. Oh. On rook b1. Check is annoying. Yeah. I want a bishop b7. How do I get out of that? I need to go to a8. No, I can't, actually. What? Wait. What's the deal here? Oh. Oh, it's perpetual. Oh, we got him. Did I get that? I think I got it. Yes! Right? Yeah. Oh, wow. Bro thinks he's a Karu. Bro thinks he's a Karu. That was good. That was a lot of pre-moves. Because I know it was 0.1 seconds every pre-move, and we got it with 1.9 seconds. That's actually awesome. I was like, did I get it? I don't know what's going to happen here. But we got it. We just rolled all the way down. It's actually really cute. That was actually really cute. I like that. That was actually really funny. Okay, I mean, this was a pretty low quality game. I like that he played g4. Like, I just took this pawn. I think we did everything right, and it's like -3 out of... It's -3 on move 7. It's literally -3 in this position. I should have just won... My problem is I played without this bishop, and it would have been helpful to play with it. I don't know, this was all good. We were still completely winning. This wasn't so clever. Just check was what I was considering. This was good. Okay, whatever. GG. Witty Alien! Oh my god. Witty Alien would like to chat. My guy. Oh, he played an elephant gambit against me? I wanted to gambit against him. Ugh, what's this? He played an elephant. I don't wanna accept it. I wanted to do something fun. Alright. he's gonna play an Urusov. I want to have the fun. I don't want to Gambit again. It's just two Gambit Chads going against each other right now. So we just got this symmetrical position. All right, we'll figure something out. My man right here. This is my guy. Let's play an AC3. I wanted to force some capture here. I want to free this bishop. Oh, can I not take this? I guess take... I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what's happening there. Can I make you do it? But then that's kind of a waste of time. Let's do something fun. Okay, let's play F3. This knight is good. Is my guy still in prep, or is he just making things up? Is he still in prep? Because I don't know this line. What happens if I eat this now? Then he takes, and then... Okay, I guess I should save you. I guess I should save you. Okay. He's just making things up. Maybe he's still in prep. I'm so glad he's back. I know he, at one point, stopped playing. Was like, I'm gonna quit. But then he's like, I'm back. So I don't really know what happened there, but was sad, and now I am trying to figure out what to do here. So, alright, the knight's coming to e6. I don't know, let's just go king h1 for now while I think about things. I don't know, maybe he just goes here. I want it, if knight e6, I was going to actually just play f4. He played f4 himself. Interesting. Okay, let me take this and take this. From here. Or he's going to go queen h4, isn't he? Queen h4, I don't think I gave it enough credit. I don't think I gave it enough credit. Alright, we're going to have to set up a little bit differently. We're going to go knight a4 and queen d4. Queen d4. This pawn on f4 is actually very well placed. I wanted to play f4, but he got an f4, which actually opens up some stuff. I'm gonna go here, probably c4. So or else here, 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 right? I can't let him arrange all that. Can't let him arrange all that, because then the pressure on h2, and then there would be bishop takes h3. I know what you're trying to do, Mr. Alien. And I don't want to allow it. So let's try to put some pressure here. Let's see, c3. If takes an a4 is what I wanted. Alien Gambit, Alien Gambit. I gotta start shouting my Gambits too. It's a really good bit. Okay, this is jammed in. Okay, we're gonna go here and bishop f1. I think take, actually, maybe bishop can come to b3 would be nice. If we can make all that happen. It's actually possible here you could go bishop f2 and then queen h4. I think that's actually a really good idea that I missed. And then bishop g3. Yeah, actually, I shouldn't have let this pawn come to f4. Okay. What's up here? Let me take this now. Stuff is coming here. Oh, he wants rook h5 and rook takes h2 and queen h4. Or even just here, queen h2 and rook h5. Well, he can't start with rook h5 because bishop f4. He could play queen h4 right now. Actually, what would I do? What would I do? How do I not get mated? I have to play h3. I think he had that move. That would have been a really nice move. Queen to h4. He could have played. Threatening queen takes h2. Okay. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So, do I go here? Bishop d3 now. Bishop d3 now. Now I'm trying to take this pawn. I think he had a really sick move. He had a really sick move. Now I'm trying... Yeah, I'm trying to take this pawn, which would free everything for me. This rook needs to hang on to it. And then I have, like, queen c2 hitting here before or after take on h7. Then I have pressure here. It was not... It became not what he wanted. He would have... Yeah, he would have had a really sick move. It actually hurts me. I'm like, damn. If only you found that, bro. I have bishop c4 here. I have rook e5 here. I actually have a lot of good moves. Let's go with this. Well, yeah, queen d5. So, I think... I think this is good. I actually didn't calculate anything. But, queen d6... What's going on? So, rook e8... I'm trying to keep those pieces tied down. Queen e2? Yeah, let's go queen e2. Let's keep that on the board, right? Not a lot of time for William. I think he would have had me with that queen h4 move. I need to analyze that after. Rook e1 and queen c4. It's tough because his pieces are stuck and he lost his attack. He lost his attack, but he could have had something cool, I think. I'm really excited to analyze it. Rook d1 is also killer. No, it's not. Because I want queen e6, but it's... I should just go rook e1. No, but this is all winning. This is all winning. This is very winning. Smart. Oh, he is that. Oh! Dang. Oh, he got me. I don't know how I hung that. Hero, you are awesome. What a great game. Love this guy. Let's have a look. Okay, wait. We'll analyze that soon. We'll analyze that soon. He was really sweet, hero. You are better than me. No, I just hung my rook there, but I think we were up a few pawns. I actually missed bishop d6. I thought we were just trading queens. It's our first bush gas gambit of the day. I think he had me... What was the point where... Here... I thought... Oh, it's actually... I'm actually winning. I need to just find this move. But there was queen h2 or h5 as a threat. That's what I was talking about. But I just need to find this move and I'm winning. Okay. I did not see her reaction, although some people have mentioned Anna's reaction to that game. But I do need to check that out. Alright, wait, is this the last game of Title Tuesday? What round are we on? Okay, this is round 11. My guy... Why would you not take anything? Some people are just so shocked by the bush gas gambit, they just have no idea how to react. Okay, this is what you want, but what if I try playing like f5 and e4? No, I should just be normal. Like knight c6, you take this, and I'll play knight f6. c3 is really stupid. If you never played d4, c3 is a really stupid move. If you don't get what you want. And what you want is d4. If I play e4 and hg5... Seems annoying. e4... Yeah. This is going to be nasty. Because what's going to happen here is I'll just castle. You don't have d4 as a counterpunch here because the bishop's hanging. You can't just play c3 and then never get in d4. It's just a disaster for your whole position. Alright, I mean, you gotta take something. Like, people are so scared of the bush gas gambit, they don't want to take any pawns. You gotta take something. Here, like, these are the only two moves here. You could play d4, actually. You could play d4, but in that position, you should play e takes d5. Here, yeah, I'm just gonna castle, and... The problem for you... Well, bishop f5, I'm sure, is also a good move, but I think in castle, knight e4... Knight e4, you can't take on d8. You'll just be down a piece. So queen e4 in that position, and then just after rook e8... I can't imagine you're surviving. But it's... Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine you're surviving. But... It's not so obvious how to win immediately. The other option, because the only reason I'm hesitating is because the other option of bishop f5 looks just so good. But it's fine. Okay, let me gambit a pawn. Let me gambit this pawn. Let's get on the gambit glasses. Because otherwise you castle here, right? Well, you could actually do that. You could do that. Yeah, my opponent has already demonstrated that they don't want pawns. Alright, let's just play rook e8 and h6. Yep, all good. Yeah, I mean, and they're still just stuck on the queen side. I'll just kick you away. Nope, nothing. Nothing. Otherwise, yeah, I'd drive you away, and hopefully not too many more squares for you. Not too many more squares for you, Mrs. Queen. Let's say I'd bring it here, Queen G3. I need this and this. Okay, should I delay this move or something? Like Bishop E7 to threaten something? E5, B4, Knight G6, Queen G3. That could actually be the most annoying version. No, I'll just play here. So, okay, let's just bring in our pieces. Again, just totally tie this down. If B4, my bishop has a number of good squares. I mean, if B4, like bishop D6 and Knight G6, I think that's my next two moves. You're just stuck. You just have no development. So, is this an immediate threat? Maybe not. Okay. I mean, I could just go in there. It's just kind of brutal. But I'm trying to, like, win the game. Winning the game would be cool. B5. And the E3 in that position. Bishop D6, F4. EF3, Queen F3, Bishop... no, hang on. G3, B5, and E3. Well, it's kind of interesting, actually. Let me try this. E3... It's just so dangerous. Like, it takes away the last square for your bishop. Yeah, they don't want to do it. But what if I don't give you a choice? I still want to come here. Takes away the last square for your queen, rather. So now bishop d6, e3. Have a square, but knight d5, queen d4, and bishop h3. And I can force that. Unless I want even better and to really take it away. No, let's just go here like a normal person. I'm just going to force a pawn takes h3 moment. And then just win like that. Alright, so... Well, do you have f4 is the question. No, because ef3, queen f3, bishop g4, right? So knight d5 then. And I didn't trap the queen. Or unless I did. No, you still are alive. Alright, well, it's fine. I will just take on h3. Like, I'm not winning the queen, but I'm winning the king. You can't take back because of this, and then, like, I just have queen g5 and knight f4 here. In some order. I mean, this is just brutal. This whole game has been brutal for white, who's gotten no pieces in the game. This extends the game, because otherwise that's checkmate. But I have here just simply h5. The bishop is completely overloaded. Knight e2 in here. I really wanted to trap you. Let's just go here. Yeah, I mean, they've had this, but it's just encourages a good square. d3, I guess they should finally play it. Yeah. We'll check bishop g4, I have knight e2. I can also just take it. You still can't even take back because I have bishop h2. So, g4, and now pinned. Tough playing without, like if the bishop was out, then I wouldn't have had all these squares I've been using. But yeah, they were just playing minus pieces. Like c3, what a dumb move if you can't play d4. It literally halts your development with knight c3 and halts the development with that pawn. So yeah. No, you can't just completely decline the Bush-Gas Gambit. You can't. You're not getting away with that. I mean, they were just really suffering all game here. You can have a look real quick, but it's just no way to play chess. Yeah. So my opponent didn't want the pawn here. They played c3, which is not a bad move, but it's a really bad move if you never play d4, right? So here, white here needs to take one of these pawns because taking any of these pawns gives you an opportunity to play d4 next move. And if you play d4 next move, then okay, your piece can have squares, even though this is just completely equal and you're not doing what the engine's telling you to do of accepting the gambit and taking a pawn. At least, like, you're freeing your queen side. But my opponent plays with bishop e2, which is not a good move. Stuff is hanging. You need d4. When you play c3, this needs to happen, or else these pieces go nowhere, and that's exactly what happened in the game here. So de4, and knight e5 here. At least do that, and then you can play d4 here and free yourself, and to get these pieces out a little bit, even though the pawn on c3 is still blocking the knight. You're white, you have no advantage, but at least you're out. But queen a4 check here, queen takes e4, knight f6, and here I'm just like, okay, like you've missed your chance. You've missed your chance. Already this is minus 2.4, and this was the move here, e4, and now these are stuck. You're not playing d4 ever again, and you're just not getting your queen side out, even though they're not losing immediately for any reason here. Knight g5 castles, so yeah, they could have taken this pawn, but it's just a complete disaster. Like, your king's in the middle here. It looks like if you can get in d4 here, then you'd be okay, right? Like here, if I do nothing, and then d4, it totally swings the advantage, the evaluation here, even though I can take this pawn, but it still frees you a little bit. It just, like, allows something to get out, allows some sort of central control, some sort of purpose to this move other than just blocking your development. But here, yeah, that's just not happening. Knight e5, knight d3 check is just going to end the game here. It's just brutal. I have knight d3 because your pawn's not on c2, and I just take f2. So, yeah, tough situation. Castles here, rook to e8. All my pieces just come out really nicely here, and we just defend this pawn, drive that knight away, and knight to e5, just continuing to improve all the pieces here. White's knight's not looking great. Knight a3 was the only way they could develop because this was so strong here. d4, I was just en passant, and then I was maybe even d2 and winning a piece. So yeah, and now I'm just gonna be like, okay, how can I take advantage of my great development? Well, you start looking to their king, and then yeah, even their queen, which starts running short on squares when I control all the squares on the board. So knight c4, I'm like, no thanks, I don't want to trade. Queen g3, b5, I drive that away. b4, no thanks, I don't want to trade. So knight e3 they could have played. I was going to go like bishop b7 probably. Bishop b7 trying to play bishop to d6. f4 is a way to not, yeah, it's a way to not lose your queen. And so they hang on here, but still without any space or development on their queen side. That's what they should have done. They go knight a5, but now the problem is for them after bishop to d6, they don't have f4 here. I just simply take it, bishop g4, and I'm winning material on the other end. So they play your queen to e3, trying to find a square, knight d5, and now, you know, I had a couple of win conditions here, so, I wasn't able to run the queen completely out of squares, but, by the way, that was a problem for them when their queen was no longer there. So I drove the queen away, takes knight f4, and yeah, that's going to be all she wrote coming in here. And yeah, I have so many different things that win the game here, so many different resources to use. Their pieces were just dreadful. So yeah, as white, you need to take the pawn. You can't just completely decline the Bushgas Gambit. If you play c3, like, I just take a ton of development, and I'm not down a pawn. So that's no way to play. Alright, GG. Subscribe, and long live the Bushgas Gambit. Alright, you guys. Alright, congrats to Magnus, 11 out of 11. Congrats. Wow. That's not easy to do, even for Magnus. Alright, appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next stream.